So we've already chatted in the past, haven't we, briefly? And I know that you're one of the first people that I saw online on YouTube, going back a long time, you know,
Yeah.
to 2007. We are among the original people that did hypnosis on YouTube. You before me, but I was sort of the same kind of time, but I haven't kept the same channel. You've got the same channel, and you've got millions of views. And I got rid of my channels over and over again and lost a few, and I've got hardly any. I've got very few. I haven't got a lot of views, so it's. But I have had over the years, but not as many as you. So that's why I wanted to interview you. So what I'll do is I'll start it from about 5, maybe 3 minutes ago.
Okay.
I'll edit it. I'll edit the video so it starts with me introducing you. So I will introduce you. So Edini, but you call yourself, it's Ed, isn't it? But
yeah.
But the channel, the YouTube channel, is Edini76, which is EDDINI 76, and make sure you go there and subscribe, whoever's watching this, and those that are already fans of yours, obviously you're already subscribed, but I'll put it on my channel, and if you want to download it and stick it on your channel, you're welcome to do that. And also, when I've edited it, I'll put it back on Facebook and share it on Google Plus and all the other places.
Thank you. I'm happy you're doing this interview.
No, it's good. Well, I've been watching the different hypnotists over the years.
Yeah.
I've seen how YouTube has changed so much. You know, there was a time when you'd put a video on and even I would get thousands of views really quickly. And then it's a lot harder. It seems to be the audience, YouTube doesn't seem to promote people like us as much as they used to. They seem to be very focused on like the famous YouTubers. But saying that, your latest video, still you got loads of views on that, and you just released that like a few weeks ago. So it's because I'm just looking at your stats on Social Blade. So it gives your stats. You started apparently, according to this, you started your YouTube in December 24th, 2006.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Can you believe it? It's actually got the date here. And so you got 576 uploads. You've got over 7,000 subscribers, 7,076. You've got nearly 4 million video views. And that's just the video views. Probably there might be uploads that you've deleted over the years, I don't know, that you might have uploaded and got rid of, so that's not included in that.
Yeah.
So I suppose really I should stop talking, I should let you talk. How did you get into, I know you do the magic, I know you're into political stuff as well, but as far as the hypnosis, how did you get into that? What got you into hypnosis?
Well, I was really fascinated by the mentalist Darren Brown, and I, like a lot of others, thought that he used hypnosis techniques and NLP and stuff to accomplish what he did, which he does to an extent.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what got me into it, was that.
When did you first see Darren Brown? Because I remember we had him on telly here in about 1999, I think, when he first was on television, because we became quite big in England, because all we had before him was Paul McKenna, and then Paul McKenna went on and he had his television show. I don't know if you ever saw that in America, did you? Paul McKenna?
No.
Alright, he used to do like stage hypnosis shows, and it was really big in England. I don't know, I know he's famous in America, but I don't know, he's more like a self-help, like a Anthony Robbins kind of, Richard Bandler kind of thing now. But with Darren Brown, he's, I suppose that does that fit together with the magic, because he's a magician as well, isn't he? He apparently started off as a hypnotist and then went into magic. Darren Brown.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I've seen a couple of McKenna specials.
Yeah. He's good. What? So you wanted to be like Darren Brown, or you were inspired by Darren Brown. So what inspired you to make videos on YouTube, like doing hypnosis?
Well, I actually found out about YouTube by accident. I saw a link or some song or something, and I watched it, and then I saw you can make your own videos, and I just started from there pretty much.
Did you? Is it? I'm just talking from my own perspective as well. Before you did it, did you look to see if anyone else had done them, or did you just go and just do one?
I just went and did it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, first it was my magic and stuff like that, and then, you know, I started doing it.
Because I didn't even know that there were other hypnotists on YouTube. Because I started on MySpace first. Before,
yeah, me as well.
Yeah, because there was no, that's before Facebook, wasn't it? And MySpace, they was such a lovely audience. They were so, because more music, wasn't it, than anything else. And suddenly I put this video on, and all these people that didn't really know what I was doing were really like sharing it and saying, "Oh, keep going, that's really good." And it was a very supportive environment, more so than probably any of the other places since, actually, for me.
Yeah.
Just, you know, from other creators, I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
So you did MySpace and then you did YouTube. How quick before it? What was your experience when you made your first video? Do you remember your YouTube video? Like the whole setting up, preparing, what are you gonna say? What was your? Do you remember? I know it's a long time ago, but
I just myself, I did it, you know, and I didn't really have anything planned out, you know, except for my magic and stuff. I pretty much had my routines down, so that wasn't really hard.
So with the hypnosis, it was, because I imagine with the trick, with the magic, you know, you have to know the beginning, the middle, the end. You know, have to know every single part of it, don't you, before you even start?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I'm not a magician, but I did try to do some magic when I was about 23. I bought some books, and I was absolutely really bad. I know it doesn't look like it, but my fingers are like sausage fingers when I was trying to do, because the first thing is like the rope tricks where you sort of make a knot, and I couldn't do anything. I was really, really bad. So I was working with a friend who was a magician. He was working, but he loved magic, and it rubbed off. You know, I was working with him 8 hours a day, and that love of magic kind of just started to sort of rub off on me, and I kind of got interested. I've got a question for you from someone called Chris Reynolds. He says...
Oh yeah, he's a friend.
Okay, who is your favourite magician?
Who's my favorite magician? There's too many to really name. There's a lot of great magicians out there. a lot of the magicians I like are more known in the magician community. There's a great card magician named Darwin Ortiz. He's also a gambling expert. As far as card magic, he's one of the best, as well as another magician, Bill Malone. He's very funny, very comical.
All right, okay. So I don't know if that's answered Chris's question. He's questioning, he's saying, what about Penn and Teller?
Oh, Penn and Teller. Yeah, I like them. It took me a while to get used to them. Because I heard, they exposed tricks and stuff like that. But then watching, their latest show, Fool Us, they are very talented. I like them a lot.
I was surprised when I found out that the little one out of the two, the smaller one, he actually can talk. I thought he was genuinely not able to talk.
No.
For 20 years, I believed that.
Yeah, they have their characters down good. Actually, he's quite a talker. He's. I think out of the two, he's probably more the intellectual one. The more that goes more into the details as far as how things work.
So do you think that it'd be more the person that would plan the trick, like maybe more technical? Is that the right word?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course the big one, Penn. He's more the outgoing, more the performer type. So they make a good pair.
Yeah, I remember seeing them. It's got to be over 20 years ago, in the 90s. They were on telly, and there was nothing like them. They'd do a trick, and then they'd show you how they did it, and it was like, what? That's just you're breaking all the rules. I've got another question for you from Chris Reynolds. Does Ed think Penn and Teller are a metaphor for the truther movement? I don't understand the question, but you might.
I guess.
Oops, I just banged the camera.
I mean, they seem to be kind of outspoken as far as what their different views on topics are.
Is that what the truther movement is? I guess it's to do with truth. I don't. Is it? This is not my knowledge base. I come here to talk about hypnosis, and now I'm going in a direction I've got no idea. But I'm okay with that. It's
we try to spread the truth as we see it.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably a lot more to it, isn't there, than that?
Yeah, there is.
There is. Okay. Well, your friend Chris asked you who your favourite magician is. So, who would be an inspiration, hypnosis-wise, now or at the beginning, even, or now, whenever?
As far as hypnosis, I've studied more the Ellman approach.
Okay,
like
yeah.
With Jerry Kine, I
Yeah.
watched his video course, and
I've got that video course.
Yeah, and I've watched a few of the Richard Nongard videos. which were quite good.
He'd, I know this is trivial information about him. I'm pretty sure he said in one of his lectures that he actually had a heart attack whilst he was with a client. While he was doing hypnosis, someone said to him, if someone's in hypnosis, what will happen will they come out if the therapist drops dead? And he said, well, actually, that did happen. And he had a heart attack while he was with a patient, a client, under hypnosis. And he said, well, I can give you an example, because that is what happened. And the patient had to call an ambulance for him. Lucky he's okay. But I watch him on YouTube. He's very entertaining, isn't he? I've got a book of his trances, his inductions.
Yeah.
Richard Nongard's massive book of inductions or something. It's in my bedroom somewhere.
Oh, Nongard, okay, yeah.
Oh, is that the one you were talking about?
Jerry Kine.
Oh, Jerry Klein. I've got his course. But Dave Ellman, I can't believe it. So, you know the Green Book, Hypnotherapy? You know, his Dave Ellman, the only book he wrote.
Classic.
Yeah, I used to actually have, I don't have it anymore, I wish I did. I used to have the tape sessions, you know, the like little tapes that he recorded in, I think, the 50s. That it wasn't the original, it's recording of the recordings. But he used to, and it's him in training dentists and doctors into how to hypnotize patients, you know, before doing surgery and before doing dental work and stuff like that. That's quite impressive to hear it, you know, when you hear the person themselves talk.
Yeah.
Which is what I would say to anyone not watching this. If you haven't seen Adina's videos, go to the channel. I mean this, because you've got the best voice for doing hypnosis. It's very relaxing, it's just naturally relaxing you don't even need to try, do you? It's like, it seems that you speak naturally at that kind of speed. Maybe not quite as, but you know, do you know what I mean? It's like you're not, just seems natural. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, people have complimented my voice, and you know, I'm grateful I can do what I do. There's a couple other questions Chris asked. He asked.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the screen at you. He asked,
no, that's
okay.
fine.
Hypnosis, yeah.
Actually, your screen froze. I hear you, but how is hypnosis defined in psychology? I think the best definition, and I think it's the official definition, it's the bypass of the critical factor, going from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind.
Yeah, that is hypnosis explained in one sentence, really, isn't it? In a sense. I think we could both answer this next question. We could spend the next 6 hours talking about this next question. Could television be used to subliminally influence people? I'll answer that with one word: adverts.
Yeah, definitely.
Why have we got adverts? There wouldn't be adverts if they weren't able to influence people. And the best hypnotists in the country, in America, were used when television came out and advertising started. You know, Tollgate, the soap powder for this, you know, stuff. Hypnotists were brought in. Top psychologists and hypnotists were brought in to make adverts to influence the American public, and then obviously the rest of the world as well. So I think America was ahead, weren't they, when it comes to television and stuff. But yeah, advertising.
Oh yeah.
I do say
there's so much symbolism too. I mean, just in TV shows, in movies. Actually, the founder of the Church of Satan, Anton Xander LaVey, he said in the early 70s that the new, like, so-called indoctrination or the new cult is going to be the TV. And
Wow.
I agree with that. You know, I don't agree with his philosophies, obviously, but yeah.
Okay, you got I suppose I think somebody that was born in an earlier year, maybe, you know, like our grandparents' age,
Mm-hmm.
before television was so prominent, would be able to give a perspective. But my whole life I've been stuck in front of a television.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been without a television really, so it's hard to know what life would be like without it, and how much of an effect it's had or would not have had if I hadn't watched it. Does that make sense? It's
Yeah.
it's hard to know. So your friend Chris has got, you can see the question on the screen, so what are your thoughts on the CIA's RAND core, remote viewing, etc.? Okay, I'll let you go first on that one. I know a little bit.
I'm not too familiar with that operation.
I don't know about
Right, but
oh, sorry, carry on.
possible, I guess.
When I was doing my NLP training, Richard Bandler
Yeah.
was the trainer. This is like 1999, and he was talking about remote viewing and how he had learnt it by modelling a remote viewer, like the best remote viewer in the world and all this stuff. So the idea that you could see something that's happening in a jungle 10,000, 20,000 miles away, it's like, it's amazing, and I understand why the CIA or the forces would want to get hold of that technology if it existed, because let's face it, but then haven't they got satellites that can see everything anyway in space? I mean, the satellites can see through, they could see into this room if they wanted to and see everything that I was doing and hear everything that I was saying.
Oh yeah.
So we can't hide anywhere really, so I don't know how people can hide.
Yeah.
In reality, we all know that, don't we? It's not even conspiracy, it's just factual, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So it makes me wonder, how can a terrorist go on the run for 3 or 4 years? It's not even possible really, is it? Really. It doesn't make sense if they can pinpoint accuracy where people are. So I guess it's just what they choose to look at, isn't it? What they choose. I'm becoming a conspiracy theorist. Never happened before, it's just happened just now. Oh. So, okay, we've got another one. Chris, what is the human mind capable of?
Quite a lot.
Infinite, really, I would say.
Yeah.
Infinite to... it's all down to each person, isn't it? Like, imagine, if you think about it, you say, what is the human mind capable of? What is the person capable of? But what you've done, reaching millions of people, yeah, by the internet,
Yeah.
you would not have been able to reach that many people 20 years ago.
No.
Or 30 years ago. We would not be able to do this 10 years ago, live streaming. That wasn't around. It's only been around the last few years, isn't it? I know we've had Skype, but it was pretty awful in the early days, wasn't it? Used to be really quite bad, but now it's a lot better.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
if it's everything we do is created by our mind, all our actions, our thoughts, put into action, aren't they? So for me, again, he's putting the questions to you, so I shouldn't be answering them. Ed, go on, answer the question. What is the mind capable of? Come on, give us an answer. Is there a cap?
Well, I think that there's truth to the mind over matter thing. I mean, look at surgical hypnosis. There's people who are allergic to anesthesia and so on, and they're able to undergo entire operations with hypnosis as the main form of anesthesia.
Yeah. Is it Oh, I might have the wrong name. I think there was a hypnotist called Elsdale, I think. And
yeah.
It was in India, wasn't it? He did hundreds, if not thousands, of operations on people.
Mm-hmm.
But not only did he do operations under hypnosis, which was phenomenal, but majority of the operations had to do with a very intimate part of the body, which you would not want a scalpel near, even thinking about it. But to have that done whilst not even under anaesthetic, they didn't have ether because they couldn't afford it. It's phenomenal. And before the anaesthetic they have now, it was ether was being, before that hypnosis was being used.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It's just anaesthetic is quicker, and the drug companies, obviously, they make money. It's, they need to make their money, the drug companies, because they're quite short of money, aren't they? I imagine all the drug companies. But so there's another question here. By the way, Ed, I'm sorry if I'm a crap interviewer, but you're the first person I've ever attempted to interview. So this is me being crap for the first time, but I'm sure I'll be crap again. I'll be rubbish again. Don't worry. I'm not getting paid. We're not getting paid for this. I don't know if you can read what Chris has written. What is the difference between dreams and reality? What is your take on that? I'll let you do that one.
That's true.
Do we exist in two or more planes / realities? I should say it out loud, I suppose, for those watching later.
Yeah. I don't know, that's tricky. Well, I definitely believe there's a spiritual plane. And, of course, there's the reality. I think, I don't know, as far as dreams, I think that's just our subconscious working things out. As far as making dreams come true, I think that's within our ability. Hopefully they're good dreams.
Yeah.
As far as are we all one conscience, that I couldn't really say.
It's a big question, isn't it? To just... I don't think that questions like that can be answered in sound bites. I don't think it's because you can ask that question, and I think even if you asked, let's say the Dalai Lama, for example, you could ask the same question every day of the year and you may get a different answer depending on what frame of mind he is in and where he's coming from and who's asking the question. He might give a different answer to the different person that's asking the question. So it's kind of, where's the person coming from that's asking that question and what are they looking for? I'm being very esoterical there, aren't I? But dreams are weird. Dreams, I've found that I seem to be dreaming as I got older. My dreams seem to be more in tune with reality, in tune with it's not that I'm controlling my dreams, because I don't want to control my dreams, but it's like I'm more aware of it when it's happening. It's very strange. I think it's just because maybe my dream world just got bored with me. 48 years, it's like, oh, we've run out of ideas now. We're just going to have to just regurgitate the same old crap. So I think that's what's happening. with my dreams.
Yeah, my dreams are very vivid. I've always dreamt in color. I know my reactions in dreams. I've reacted that way into waking up, you know.
So do you mean you felt the same when you've woken up? You still got the same emotions as you had?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like it's really happened. How does that stay with you? That feeling, the emotions, or do you like come out thinking it was just a dream, let it go, or does it sort of still kind of stay with you like it really had happened?
There's a few that do stay with me. Yeah. But it's... I don't know. Sometimes the dreams can be pretty... I don't know, they can shake you up. I know with me they do. You know, obviously,
Yeah.
depending on what it is.
I had a few, well, I think it was last year, I had a dream that I'd done something in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know what it was. I'd hidden something in a place from the past, from like 30 years ago, and I had this really feeling, I kept going back to the feeling even during awake time, but I didn't know what it was. Still don't know today. But I had to let it go because it's such a long time ago. I probably got away with it, haven't I? Whatever it was, I might. If it was something really bad and I blocked it out of my head, it's such a long time ago. I've clearly got away with it. So, and I was only a kid, so whatever it was, it would have. I can't imagine it would have been too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, true.
So where do you see? How do you feel, you know, with feedback you get from your hypnosis videos? Because you've had a lot of feedback, a lot of people constantly, you get a lot of comments on your videos, don't you?
Yeah. Some of them I can't... There's so many videos, and because a couple of years ago, you know, I was being trolled so bad, I have to approve all the comments.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
What did you do with how did you deal with the troll? How did you sort of, I suppose you just said you blocked and started, I mean, how was it emotionally for you when that happened? It probably sounds like a stupid question. I've been trolled as well, so I know.
No, it was a bit hard, you know. It still can be, but I pretty much just block them and go on with my life.
I had someone once, they went into every single video and told me that I was a paedophile. They literally went into every one of my videos and said something like that about me. And they must have spent, I probably had about 300 videos at the time, so they must have spent ages going through every video, clearly clicking the down button as well. It's like, why? Why would you go through that? Someone even made a video about me. They actually made a video on their own channel slagging me off. What is the point? It's just pointless, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, how much time do they have on their hands to waste it doing that?
That's true.
So, but it didn't stop you carrying on though, did it?
No.
I suppose it's, I've done some vlogging. I know that you do vlogs as well. And you do like some personal videos, talk about yourself and stuff. It's, how do you find those videos? Because I know that I sometimes make them and then I delete them. I feel like I've been too honest, you know?
Oh yeah, I've been through that a few times.
Yeah. Alright, so you got another question here. How does duality, materialism fit into hypnosis? does it prove a soul exists? What's your opinion on that question? You're being challenged here, not by me though.
No.
So you're being challenged by your friend about stuff. Andrew Makin says jealousy is a dangerous trait. So yeah, I agree with you. So that's probably to do with the trolling, I think. But do you have an opinion on the soul? And thank you, Andrew and Chris. How does duality materialism fit into hypnosis? Does it prove a soul exists?
I don't know. Myself, I'm not a materialistic person. So it doesn't really, as far as materialism, it doesn't really affect really any part of my life or what I do.
No, to be honest with you, I felt quite intelligent before I started this conversation. But Chris's comments on there are making me feel really dumb. I don't understand a lot of what he's... It's like, wait a minute, what? Duality, materialism? It's like, what? It's, just... It's... You have to keep it simple for me. I'm a very simple person. So, when you do a hypnosis, this is something I think, if you was a hypnotist starting out, which clearly you're not, but if you was, what advice would you give to a new hypnotist? So what advice would you give to somebody? What would you have liked to have heard, or does that make sense? What advice would you give to someone starting out, maybe making videos on YouTube?
Yeah. Just experiment a bit and try to find what suits you. Listen to the feedback. And, yeah.
So are you where do you see yourself with the hypnosis side of things? I know you've got your channel's more than hypnosis, and it's the magic and also the activism that you're involved in as well. So where are you, like, let's say 2019 going forward, what are you planning to do? Have you got any plans regarding your YouTube channel?
Well, as far as making videos, it's kind of declined a bit. In the past year or so, because of my activism and stuff like that, it's harder for me to make the videos I want to. But the activism, it's pretty important.
Okay, well, I think that you could make a 10-minute video, easily just talk, and it would do the trick. It would relax anybody, and you wouldn't even have to prepare for it. I think you could naturally do that easily, just saying hello to someone, because you're relaxing, aren't you?
I don't know. I mean, that's what they tell me.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what your fans are saying. But then you got to do what you feel right, don't you? You got to feel what's right for you. And you can make a new video every day, but if that's not the right thing for you to do, then I do have a question about your street performing.
Mm-hmm.
So you do magic, and every summer you were going out to... Give me 2 seconds, I remember the name of it. Bearing in mind I'm not from America. Portsmouth, that's it. We've got a Portsmouth in the UK as well. It's spelt differently, I think. But so you go out, but you also did hypnosis, street hypnosis as well. Do you still do the street hypnosis as well as the magic?
I do mostly the magic, when I was more intensely involved in the hypnosis, I did the street stuff, but I don't really do it too much anymore.
How did you find it different? Because I've done groups, like hypnosis in groups, done it online, and I've done it one-to-one. I've never done anything like street performing, and I've never had an audience, not a live audience. So I don't know if I'd even be able to do what you can do. But I was wondering, how is it different how does it feel different to you when you're making a video to when you're with somebody in person?
I don't know. I don't put a lot of thought into it. I just be myself,
Cool.
And hopefully things work out good.
Excellent. So I won't keep you any longer. I know it's really the weirdest half an hour you've probably spent for a while talking to me, but I know we've been talking about doing this for a while, and it's I do appreciate you talking to me and coming on here. I wish I could have you on a video, because that would just make it much better, obviously, than sort of seeing me on here. But your voice is on here. I'm going to be interviewing Jonathan Royal or Alex Smith. Okay, he's soon as well, probably not today, but in the future. He's someone that I know. And I suppose before I go, apart from saying thank you, do you have any advice that you could offer me? Do you think, hypnosis-wise? Have a shave, you could say. Get myself a good shave. Shave my beard off. Other than shaving my beard off.
Well, this wouldn't be just for you, but for anyone. Just read, watch, learn as much as you can, and from different sources, so you can get the different perspectives and so on. Yeah.
Cool. That's really good advice. I appreciate it. And as I said, I'm sorry if I was completely rubbish at interviewing you, but
no, you're very good.
Oh, thank you. You just say that. You're just happy it's at the end. You were so relieved that we're getting to the end that you're just happy. It's like, that was brilliant. That's wonderful. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And this is kind of like when you have an idea, but you never do it.
Mm-hmm.
This was an idea that I was never going to do, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to interview hypnotists online, YouTube hypnotists, but not just YouTube. It could be other hypnotists, even locally.
Mm-hmm.
But you were kind of at the top of my list because you're someone that I know has been doing it the longest on YouTube. Nobody has been doing it longer than you on YouTube. That's factual.
Oh,
You've
really?
been around as long as YouTube's been around. You basically, it's like, from the looks of it, you signed up the day YouTube started. So I don't know, So basically,
I don't know. I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff like that.
But it's been really good chatting to you, and I hope that how's your health going anyways? Are you getting better? I know
as far as the leukemia?
Yeah.
Well, I had some troubles with my insurance, and I take a mail order medicine for the leukemia. And the past 5 months, I've kind of just been away off and on, and the places where I went to, they didn't have the medicines and so on. So for about 5 months, I haven't been taking the medicine for the leukemia, and it does affect my energy level. Like, I feel fatigued quite a bit, and I feel feverish at times, and
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 or 3 times a day I just have to lay down and just relax, you know.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I know the medical system. I know a little bit about the American medical system because I've spoken to a lot of people in America that are taking medication for various things, you know, chronic pain and stuff like that. I just wish that you're talking to somebody else while I'm talking to you, Ed. You're typing.
Yeah.
You're having a conversation with someone else. What are you doing? Give me your attention.
Oh yeah.
No, I do. We're lucky in you know, we've got the NHS over here, and surely your doctors should be giving you the duty of care, regardless of cost, regardless of insurance. Surely you should be getting the medication.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the politics behind it, but I hope that you put your energy into fighting for that, fighting for your rights, for your medication.
Yeah.
That's got to be the most important thing, isn't it? Your health.
Yeah.
Just an idea. I've got another question now. Sorry, before you go. How do you find? Do you use self-hypnosis for yourself? Obviously for yourself, but with your medical issues, do you use hypnosis with yourself?
Yeah, not as much as I used to, but I have, and I still do on occasion.
Okay, so I didn't mention the illness. You mentioned it, but I wasn't going to go into that. I wasn't like trying to get you to talk about that. Someone's mentioned Dynamo's great. Oh, shoot, you wrote that. He is. Did you know this? Before you go, Dynamo was famous in America before he was famous in England.
I never knew that.
And he's from Bolton. He's from England. Can you imagine? He was like big star in America before we'd even heard of him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? How can just like how could we not know who he was before another country? But that's magic. Magic is not given in England. It's not given the sponsorship or the energy or the support in England, I think, compared to maybe in America. On that note, I'm definitely going to go see if anyone else has written anything. Okay, so maybe you've got a conversation with Chris privately you might want to have. So Ed, thank you for joining me. Eventually we did it.
Yeah,
and
we did.
I didn't expect to do it. And I'll contact you privately just to let you know what I'm doing. But what I'll do is I'll edit the video. I'll try and cut out the hour before where I'm just doing nothing. And then we'll get to the point where we're talking. And then what I'll do is I'll post it on YouTube on unlisted. I'll send you the link, you can watch it, and if you're happy with it, then I'll post it. Is that fair?
Yeah, and I'll probably download it and post it on my channel too.
Cool, but I'll do it unlisted first so you can check and make sure that you're happy. If there's anything you're unhappy about, I can edit it or I can delete it if you want me to. It's up to you. Alright, you're in charge. So this is your interview, and you know, I'm clearly not a professional interviewer. You might have guessed that. So, you know, but it's been really good talking to you. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here. You know that I've stayed up all night for this.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year's everyone. It's 12:06 here.
Oh really? We've celebrated the New Year together.
Yeah.
We've brought in the New Year together. Can you believe it? Wow.
Yeah.
Happy.
I just realized that.
Well, we're five hours into the new year here. So happy New Year to you and to all your subscribers and everyone that watches on your channel, to everyone on Facebook that's watching this or has watched this, and or who will watch this on my channel as well. And
yeah, Happy New Year to everyone, and to you as well.
Yeah, cheers. And I'll send you, as I said, I'll do that. I'll do the unlisted video. I'll do it tomorrow. And then
Okay.
I'll send you the link on Facebook, and then you can just check it. That's
All
it.
right. Sounds good.
So just say goodbye. This is Edini. Before you go, I'll just say check out his YouTube channel. Those of you that are watching on my channel, is Edini, EDDINI 76. Edini 76 on YouTube. And it's the oldest YouTube channel, Hypnosis YouTube channel. According to this, 24th of December 2006. If you can find a YouTube channel, pretty much any channel that's older than this channel, then let me know. That's what I'm thinking. It's probably the oldest, one of the oldest channels on the whole of YouTube.
Oh, wow.
So you see, we've discovered something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you take care, and I hope that you get what you need during 2019. And
Thank you.
wouldn't it be cool if we could do some kind of hypnosis thing together? I don't know how.
Yeah.
That'd be groovy. I'd like to do that. You could do the hit, and I could just be underneath, just not underneath physically, but just go, relax, relax. Just like my voice, just relax, relax. And you could do the actual thing. That'd be cool. Right, Ed, thanks you for your time. Thanks for putting up with me for this time. And Happy New Year to you. And speak to you soon.
All right.
See you later.
All right. God bless.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.
So that was the end of this interview with Edini. So thank you for watching. And I'm now going to press the finish button. And check out, as I said, check out the YouTube channel. Go onto his Facebook. He's got a Facebook page and everything like that. Just put Edini, EDDINI. If you just Google that, you'll get, he's loads of stuff for all his videos. But go onto YouTube and Edini 76. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you everyone for interacting, especially Chris Reynolds for your questions, because if it hadn't been for Chris, I probably would have only had about 3 questions. I really need to get more prepared for these things, but I don't know how to. So thank you everyone. Take care. Bye. My name's Jason Newland, jasonnewland.com. I also make hypnosis videos on my channel. See ya.